Hey Taurus, this is Lost Twin Tarot. My name is Colette if you've never viewed me before. Taurus, this is going to be your monthly reading for April. Um, this is for good for position, sun, moon, and rising for Taurus. Just take the pieces that resonate and leave the rest. This isn't for your monthly reading. I apologize. Oh gosh, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just woke up from a nap, actually. I apologize. Or a cat nap. This is for your weekly reading. Did I say that? For April 1st through the 7th. Oh my gosh, I apologize. We are already in the beginning of Mercury retrograde. Oh my god. Weekly, 1st through the 7th. Okay, Taurus. Anyway, let's get back into this. When I was meditating on your cards, Taurus, what I was seeing is that I feel like your monthly readings was very good. I feel like you're gonna be focusing on yourself. So for your weekly reading, I feel like what's gonna be starting that is that you're gonna be moving on from something. You're saying goodbye to your old self. But I do feel like in that first week that you could be getting triggered by something or by someone who could be coming back in from the past. I feel like what I kept hearing was a sloppy display, a sloppy display. Um, and I feel like this person or whatever this could be, whether this is a message or whatever, somebody could have an old picture of you or they could have an old story from you. I feel like, um, you know, this could be something that happened a long time ago. Um, and like you weren't the person you were back then. This was the old, um, you, and it's like, that's not me anymore. Um, and people pass judgment on you in the past and you're a little bit scared that if this gets out to the open. I feel like even if it does get out into the open, people aren't it's kind of like not really going to be a big deal. um I feel like you're going to just let it go and let it pass with grace. You're just going to take it. Maybe in the past you would have kind of flipped out, flew off the handle, and made it maybe had been a little bit sloppy, like made a scene and kind of been a little bit out of control in it. Um, I was also getting something about the fetal position. Maybe in your past, some of you had some really hard times, and where this um person knows something about your family and or something like that, and you were found in a fetal position, where it had to do with drugs or something like that. No judgment here. But something like that, and you don't want anybody to find out about it. Maybe has to do with you don't want your work to find out or something like that. Um, I was also getting something about newspaper. Um, if this is something uh, like um, maybe in the past, like your family put you in the newspaper because you were gone for a long time and they, made this huge deal and you were like, and you just took it lightly because you were just running around having fun, but you took it a lot more seriously than having fun. You have the Five of Pentacles on the bottom. You have the Four of Wands, the Two of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Empress, the Emperor, and the Ten of Swords. This emperor and this empress could represent you and a partner, or it could represent your parents. You have the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the clarifying deck. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Magician, the Queen of Swords, the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, and the High Priestess. Okay, and we'll get some further clarifiers for you, Taurus. But let's see what we have coming in for you. Let's take a look at this. So the Four of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like this Four of Wands is talking about you are setting in new roots to your home. I feel like whether this is somewhere you have called your new home or you've headed home, you are setting new roots. The Page of Pentacles is all about a new opportunity and something that is all is it starts as the page and then it ends and it moves up to the King of Pentacles. And I feel like that is what you are doing. You have started something and it's in the beginning phases, whether this has just gotten off the ground or it's getting started, it's in the, early phases of it, or you're getting ready to just get headed into it. And you are excited about it. And I feel like this is also, you are trying to, make a new life for yourself. You could have just moved to a new location and you're trying to call this a new home. I feel like whatever's coming in for you, that Four of Wands, it makes that pause symbol. So I feel like whatever comes in at you, you are taking a moment and pausing and going with grace this week, especially at the start of Mercury retrograde. I feel like this is a brand new start for you. um you have the Two of Cups and the Magician, and I feel like what this is saying, you could have a Gemini or a Virgo person kind of coming into your life. They could be very different from you. That's what the Two of Cups is about. um I feel like you could be, this is a new romance, if this is a love situation. I feel like this could just be a friend as well. If you're like moving to a new area or you're starting a new job. Um I feel like this could also be you just trying to manifest. You're just trying to start to manifest and work on things. If this is a person or a friend, I feel like this person is very silly. They're very animated, like this magician on here, like this man. Um, I feel like they're full of good ideas and they would be full of information to you, like when you're kind of down or kind of like trying to figure things out. They would be a good person to go to. They would be almost like a little bit they would be entertaining. They would be have a lot of they would lighten the mood when things were down or you were sad or you were kind of like triggered. They would kind of, if they were the person that saw you being triggered, or they were the person to find out this past information, they would just, they would almost bring up their past and make a light joke about their past and take that focus off of you. They wouldn't judge you. They would bring up their past. And I feel like that would be a good trusted friend of yours if it was somebody new to come in. You have the Queen of Swords and you have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, and I feel like what this is saying, you could be meeting another, this, I feel like this Queen of Wands is representing you. I feel like you're trying to gain your confidence back, and you're trying to be mysterious as well. I feel like you're trying to gain your confidence. You're, you know, being, you're trying to be bold, you're trying to be assertive, whether this is in a job, a new area, just a new way of life. You could be dealing with an air sign as well. This could be, the new friend that could reflect on that Gemini energy right here. It doesn't have to. They could have Gemini in their chart. If you're not dealing with another person, this could be just you balancing out your confidence, and cutting other people out, how she's doing that there. You could be cutting out any triggers or energy that's kind of coming in, and trying to throw that confidence off. You're trying to build yourself up when somebody's coming in, and you're pretty much nipping it in the bud, so to speak, when anybody comes in, and that's exactly what she's doing there. And as she's doing it, where she's smiling, you're doing it with grace. You're not letting anybody, dull your spirit. Next, you have the Empress and the Hermit. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. I felt like I saw that was what was in your monthly reading. You're taking care of yourself. You're really embracing your beauty. You're really taking care of yourself. You're showing up to, during the day, you're showing up that you're showing up with love and nurturing yourself, like you're ready to start the day. And at nighttime, it's like you're going home and you're reflecting and thinking about, how can I make tomorrow better? How was I grateful for today? You're really taking self-care, and maybe you're doing affirmations. And I feel like you're embracing whatever was lost in your life and taking it to, how can I turn this loss into a pretty much the cycle of life, just like with that empress. How can I take what was born and what has now, grown and then decayed, and now something's new, and now that's a birth of something new? How can I, nurture this new life that I'm starting? Um, Next you have the emperor. Like I said, this could be, represent your parents. It doesn't have to be. Take it how it resonates. With the Emperor and the Seven of Cups, I feel like this could be you taking back your power, or this could be a job. This could be you take just really realizing that, you know, you're a little bit older, you're wiser, and you're contemplating all those decisions you've made. If this has to do with if you had an addiction of any sort, maybe with alcohol, this could resonate for you. How she's kind of looking at those, beverages right there, and she's kind of like, maybe some of you have to, um, you know, go to meetings, or, you really have to, keep yourself in check and do all those things for sobriety. And if you are, that's amazing that you're doing that. It is an incredible thing. The Hermit and the Seven of Cups next to each other, that could be one thing that you're doing. You're self-caring, you're taking care of yourself, you're keeping yourself in check at home and doing that to keep yourself out of that. Um, and if these are representing your parents, maybe your parents are supporting you through this whole thing. Maybe they are doing that for you. And if you are trying to show them that you are turning your life around, maybe take it how it resonates. With the Ten of Swords, you have the High Priestess. I feel like what this is saying, the High Priestess is something that is remains to be seen. This is all about, what is, hidden. What do we not really see? It's also about, that sacred knowledge. And I feel like what you have learned on your journey so far is something that needed to be ended, and what has ended has really left you not empty-handed. You've been left with something much more valuable than that. You've been left with some really wise, intuitive power behind you. And even though something has been left in the dust, you haven't been left with you haven't been left empty-handed. It's helping you out in the future. You might not be able to see it yet with that High Priestess, but it is going to lead you down somewhere very special. What's the Page of Pentacles with the Four of Wands? You have the Page of Cups. You have the King of Wands on the bottom. And I feel like the Page of Cups, this could represent something that this could be a love interest for some of you, if you are, a new person in town, or a new person at work, or whatever it is. People could be taking notice of you. This doesn't have to be a love interest. This could be just somebody who wants to get to know you. This could be you nurturing your ideas and, making it come to life. The Page of Cups is also like a call to action, so whatever this could be, it's, telling you to take notice of things. The King of Wands is also, all about that courage, that bravery. It's also about that now that you have learned and have acquired the skills in your previous journey, that you are able to lead this new journey. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You've become a leader in a sense that it's a call to action, that whatever it is that you're doing, that you're able to lead this. Maybe in the past you didn't feel like you could, but now you're able to. What's the Magician with the Two of Cups? You have the Death card on the bottom, and you have the Six of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like, whatever was in the past is, in the past. And definitely with the death card on the bottom. I feel like whatever you feel like could be coming back around, um, there's nothing to really worry about anymore. The Six of Cups, this Six of Cups is, a happy feeling. And I feel like if there was good memories in the past, you should feel open and honest to feel if you're in a comfortable environment to talk about them. And same with um if you feel comfortable to talk about even your negative ones with somebody, you shouldn't be ashamed of those. Um because they're all there for a reason to make who you are. There to make up who you are. With the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Wands on the bottom. And like what I said about her, nipping something in the bud there, I feel like that's what you're doing with that Ten of Wands. You're not gonna, add too much baggage or burdens to your plate right now. You're not gonna do that because it's almost like you feel like I have bigger things to do right now. I need to nurture this Ace of Pentacle. I need to nurture myself. I need to nurture this opportunity, whether this is work, love, just self. I need to do that. I can't be bothered with all these wands. And I feel like maybe in the past you could have been doing that. You could have had all these burdens and it could have been driving you to do different things, or you could have been self medicating, whatever, take it how it resonates, or you just could have been completely burning yourself out and neglecting yourself. What is the Empress here with the Hermit? You have the Seven of Pentacles. That's another Taurus card for you. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. And I feel like what that's saying is the Knight of Pentacles is a slower moving knight. But I feel like, you almost feel like this, and the Seven of Pentacles can be a little bit slow. And I feel like in a way you feel like you almost felt like you were never going to get out of your past situation, or you almost felt like something was never going to get here. You felt like you could have been stuck in a very dark place for a long time, and you were just kind of accepting of that. But now you're in the Knight of Pentacles, and he's got this this little lawnmower, and I feel like you think in a way it's kind of I feel like you think in a way like, well, it's not the big tractor across the street that costs 5 grand, and I don't have the biggest garden in the bunch, but I'm doing okay. And I think that you're doing that. You're doing your self care. You're, nurturing yourself, and I feel like you're taking those small wins and realizing that they're not small. They're actually quite big. Compared to everything that you've gone through, all these small wins are actually very, very big. You know, you're nurturing this garden, you're taking care of this lawn. You're doing all these things, and though it's taken time, it's doing a world of good, and you're taking care of your life, you're taking care of yourself. Maybe if you have children, you're taking care of your children. You know, you're becoming a more healthy you, inside and out. What's the Emperor here with the Seven of Cups? You have the Seven of Pentacles again that wanted to pop out again. And with the Seven of Cups and the Emperor, you have the King of Swords. And I feel like what this is saying is that, you're showing everybody how, wise and grown up you really are. I feel like you're trying to prove it to someone else. The Emperor is like a wise it can represent a wise father figure or a leader or someone, who is in charge. This could represent a boss as well. And I feel like you're trying to show them that you are a master in what you're doing. This is someone who is a master of they are the highest learner of the kings. And I feel like that's what you're trying to do. Like they didn't hire any just regular person, they hired the best person for the job. Or if this is in a love situation, you want to show them that you are a wonderful choice, that that they're going to be dedicated to you, and you're going to be dedicated to them. Whatever it is, I feel like you're proving yourself in all areas of life. And what's the last same card we have for Taurus? Ten of Swords and the High Priestess. You have the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, and you have the Knight of Swords. Yeah, and I feel like that's what this is saying. Ten of Pentacles, that's what you're after. You're truly after the best life. But with the Ten of Swords, you had to end what you needed to. And the Knight of Swords is that you're keeping yourself focused. You're staying focused, you're staying dedicated, and you really do have a mission in mind. And I feel like you can't see it yet with that High Priestess card. Um, but I feel like um, you're also remaining mysterious, as well. You look at that Knight of Swords, he's fast. Maybe he is a fast moving knight. And I think that's also what's happening as well. Things are going to start picking up faster than they have in a long time, but you're remaining mysterious, you're remaining quiet, but you're also receiving attention, just like how those girls are looking at him right there. And you're being a little bit guarded as well. Not guarded in a way where you're going to be defensive, but just keeping your guard up because you don't want any of those negative influences like in the past to get you down. Um, but this reading looks great for you, Taurus. I really think it's going to be a good month for you, and this first week looks great. So I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for viewing me today. Definitely enjoy your week. And like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And until then, I'll see you at the next reading. Thanks. Bye.